going on an adventure. We rounded up some hitch pins. Everybody look at the mirror close. Wasn't all the hitch pins and it wasn't all the wagons. Just a few. Time to go pick some corn. It's time to see how cold-blooded the picker is this morning. Gotta oil the chains on the head, and then we will get after it. Okay, we'll give it a small bit of throttle. Small. Okay, who's ready to crank? Lever. Key. Press the button. We gave it a little bit of fuel. Let's see what happens. Sounds like I don't have enough hands for all this. I should have gave it a whiff of go juice. Okay, so before we crank too long, give it a quick little sniffy sniff. What do we got? How many cans? There's some in here. Good thing there's not a cover in the way to get to the air cleaner. Don't know what held that there, if it was there from the factory at all. I'm sure I'm missing a shield or two. A little bit of corn dust. I'm going to have to blow that out here soon. It's not too bad. There's still some good white sections. Okay, time to shake and bake. That's probably way too much. We just need enough to get that first fire. It's not like a pulling tractor or a John Deere. We got to use the whole can. Just need to get one cylinder to light. It'll take off. Okay, I'm going to use my foot so I can also be cameraman. Letting us know it's cold. Oh, we got oil pressure. I don't know if I am amazed, or that's just my experience with old machines, that all the gauges work except for the tach. Let's get this off the ground a little bit. We'll turn it on and then we'll get to oil and chains. So I figure these take enough abuse with dry corn stalks that I should probably oil them almost daily. It should prolong the life of the chain a little bit. It'll definitely make it quieter when they're all oiled up. Wouldn't you hate having to do this on one of them new corn heads? Or do the BTOs just do a full send and not even oil chains? You know, when you're running 12 plus rows and you got to use like 10 gallons of oil to oil all the chains on that. We'll take a look at some of these other ones on the side. They usually don't need much. That one spins pretty fast for the feeder house, so we'll make sure we dribble a little bit on that. Get some oil all over the machine, and hey, at least it won't rust as fast, right, if it's all oily. It's already survived 40 years this long. Ooh, that's a cold breeze coming out of that fan. Oh boy. This is a long chain. It's moved slow enough. That's going to make it take even longer oiling. I think we've been all the way around once by the looks of it. Finally, okay. I don't know if we got this big guy up here. Now I know everybody says that it's probably best to use, say, bar and chain oil from a chainsaw, but you know what's free? Used oil. This sounds so good. Probably what wears the chain most on these is that a lot of the chains are tensioned with just cast iron blocks. I know this one's too new for wood, which, you know, those wouldn't last long, but I should go through and try to replace, and a couple of these have been, like that one right there, have been replaced with like actual sprockets. Okay, let's go do some more unsafe climbing. Hey, there is a step right here, and we'll get this chain oiled. A lot of chains on these things, and at least this is new enough that they're not all, that they've moved beyond the old flat link style. And we got one hiding way down there. Okay, now I think everything's thoroughly oiled and greased up. Now I gotta figure out how to get down. We jump off the tire. Well, thanks to the fisheye lens, I don't know how well you can see it, but you see these rows curve a little bit, especially down there at the far end. Well, you get more plants in a crooked row, right? So far, the cloudiness, I think, is helping. It's coming out a little cleaner. I'm about to have a full wagon. I'm probably about to call it quits. I'm running out of room back there. It's falling off the one side. I may just call it quits. I'd love to finish this out, but that's probably a good time to stop, I think. Well, I just suffered some minor time loss thanks to that second row there. I didn't say what day it was, at least today yet, but it's the Monday before Thanksgiving, and we got a bunch of rain coming tomorrow. So that'll be a blast, trying to get this field done. And the left gathering chain down there, I don't know, I guess it may want to start thinking it's old, and everything looked fine. Maybe there's just some wear on the chain. So I took the chain off and I flipped it upside down and running it backwards. It's not ideal, it's probably not the way they designed it, but we've made a full pass with it like that so far, so that is fantastic. And we're going with it because I can't pull out a brand new gathering chain out of my butt right now. So we're gonna limp through and say the farmer's prayer of, please let this hold together, at least to get the field done before it rains, and we'll lick our wounds on the next off day, which is gonna be tomorrow while it rains. I don't think anything else is having troubles. The slider mechanism seems fine. It's just being a monkey. The sun's coming out. It was nice and cloudy there. I can already see the amount of trash starting to go up a little bit in the wagon. Creeping through, trying to get the head to pull as much through as possible so we don't have to, run all this material through the husking bed. But we're definitely getting our money's worth out of the husking bed right now. It's just everything's so dry and brittle. But I think I'd rather have it this way than be fighting moisture in the corn and trying to, you can pick it when it's in the mid-20s real easy, and I was too busy doing hay. Like, all the hay is home. I don't have any round bales left to pick up. That's great, because in years past I've been doing that all winter long. But now, this year, I am done, and it's great. Well, I don't have much of a singing voice, but we're picking in the rain. You can kind of see the drops on the window there. And really, it's the only time where I'm okay with a light sprinkle, because that makes the shucks a little sticky, and the husking rolls can really pull them off. Well, I don't have the pile too high back there. polyurethane like other stuff. The cob will help it dry out, and it's down to 16.5% moisture, so it's plenty dry. Just a quick little rain update. It's not coming down hard at all. It's just like super heavy air. Enough to get your windshield wet, but luckily harvesting machines have backward sloped windshields, so they usually don't get wet unless it's just below it hard. I get lucky in the most unlucky ways possible, or I get unlucky in the most lucky way possible. So up there, the half link broke. So I can just take the half link out. There's enough stretch in the chain. I still gotta, I guess the pin fell out with the half link, but hopefully I don't have a whole mess to sit there and try to unplug. I still gotta figure that out.